Alright, Shalom, Michael, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect to teach the word on true faith and sincerity. Turn this down real quick. Alright, yeah, so Ike, man, you see the title of the lesson. Yeah, I mean, this word brings division. You know, this word brings division. Why you think Yahweh Shai was hated, man? Because when everything that he spoke was always controversial. Matter of fact, let's get this in St. John chapter 7 and verse 43. It says, so there was a division among the people because of him. Ooh, because of Yahweh Shai, man. Because of just the words he spoke. Everything about the Lord was always controversial, man. You know what I mean? And now it's put in the book now. You know, because the Spirit of the Lord is in this book, man. You know? And when we speak, thus said the Lord, and it's true, the true understanding of it, in its pureness, guess what? The vision is going to come about, man. Because this is the measuring stick. This is how we can tell, matter of fact, if you're wicked or not. Matter of fact, let's go and get that. Let's see. Okay, it wasn't Solomon. Yeah, this is the measuring stick to let us know if you're wicked or not. If you can't get it, you're wicked. And you could be sincerely, and can't understand. You wicked, man. You know, because the scriptures ain't no gray area when you have Hashem Yahushai. You know? So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, and 4. It says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in a body that is subject unto sin. See? Which this is wisdom right here. Though I said, matter of fact, let's get one more thing. You know what I mean? So let the scripture speak. So it said, into malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter, nor a body that is subject unto sin, man. You know, because people will come across the scriptures and they'll water it down to their liking. You know, what is pretty much it always got to be thus saith the Lord, man. It's always thus saith the Lord. And you can't get offended in the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Yeah, this is Titus 1 and 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure. See, meaning what? All things in the scriptures are pure, man. There's nothing that's defiled, that's off, or this and that. You know, all things are pure, man. And as you can see, in these recent times, that guys have been getting very, very offended over small things, man. Things that are pure. They're getting offended at the pureness of the scriptures, man. You know, it's like you fishing by a glass of water, and they look at it like, man, this water too clear, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Drink the damn water, man. You know. But they are offended in the pureness of the scriptures, man. It says, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. See? Because, hey, man, hey, the Lord, he can read your thoughts, man. You know what I mean? And to you got to be right to be around the Lord, man. You gotta be right, man. If you around the Lord and keep it read your mind. You know what I mean? So you gotta be right when you come around the Lord, man. In spirit, you know. And as we see, these guys have been getting offended over the scriptures. Why? Because that lets you know who's the righteous and who's the wicked, man. You know, that's the balance of the Lord, because the same book with the same words in it, it divides. You know what I mean? And when it's brought out in its true form, some people are going to cleave onto it, and some people is going to reject it, man. You know? Let's get this in John chapter 10, because it's all about the words that the Lord spoke. You know? Let's see, this is John 10, and bear with me, I can. Is it John 10? Let's see. Yep, okay, this is John 10 and 19. It says, there was a division, therefore, again among the Jews for these saying. Meaning what? These different parables the Lord had spoken, man. Because what he did, he always talked over their heads. Why? Because it was only getting to a certain few to understand and know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. But to the rest it was not given. But he had to throw it out there, you know, just to say that, hey, they did hear the word now, you know. But guess what? It was division once again. Why? Because of the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, and many of them had said, he have a devil and is mad. Why hear ye him? See, and that's what these niggas say today, man. That, you know what I mean? What it's called, sexual deviance and bum mice and all. They slander us on all levels, man. You know that we're mad, we're crazy. Why hear ye him? But the others, it said, others said, these are not the words of him that have a devil. Can a devil open the eyes of the blind? See? Yeah, man, because starting the Apostle Elders, Great Millstone had opened the eyes of many of the blind, man, to come into the sight of the clearness of the Lord, man. The true understanding of the scriptures. We know who our enemies are. We you know what I mean? Go back to the ancient culture. See, the thing is, we're not Americanized, man. We're going, our ways is of the East, man. You know? And when these guys, they hear the word, and it's true in its pureness, and it's brought, and it's coming to them with that Western mindset, guess what? They're going to always reject it, man. You know? They're going to always reject it, man. You know? But and these niggas, they pretty much hating on the Lord, man. You know why? Because they understand that that seat is going to be taken pretty soon. You know. So let's get this in Matthew's chapter 10, in verse 34. It says, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." See. But a sword meaning, which is to divide, pretty much. Where I said you can cut the tension with a, you know what I mean? You can cut the tension in the air with a sword, man. Oh, that's why you think, matter of fact, I'm going to continue on. For it says, for I come to set a man at variance against, and that word variance means to cut it too, pretty much. And the Lord so bad, when he was Solomon, the two women came, you know, one laid on the baby and they died, and she switched the baby at night, you know, so they came to Solomon, and what Solomon did, he asked for a sword. Why? So he could cut the baby in two, man. You know, that's what this word do, man. Because once your whole mindset change when it comes down to these scriptures, when you get the true understanding of the scriptures, your whole mindset change. See, you don't go with the flow of this world no more, you know. And that's where the division comes in. That's why people look at you crazy. And matter of fact, let's get that in Isaiah. In Isaiah 59. Yeah, Isaiah 59 and 15. It says, yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. See, when we part from evil, when we departed from this world by the way of these scriptures, this is how we escape this place, man. By the way of this word, through our mind, man. You know, we separated ourselves from this place, man. So guess what? We have became and prayed. Now people are looking at us, they down us. Yeah, this guy is crazy. You know, it's all type of slanders. You know, where you been? You been in the cake. You know what I mean? You made yourself a prey. It said, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. See, so pretty much we was when the Lord had when we came across the truth, you know, the Lord extended His hand of mercy upon us when we, you know what I mean, got this truth, man. We pretty much separated ourselves from this world. And David said, we said that variance meant to cut in two, man, to divide. You know? So this Matthew 10 and 35, for our common said a man in variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household, meaning what? Yet it's going to be literally in your own household, but also the nation of Israel as well, man. It's really the 1/3 versus the 2/3, man. You know, because 2/3 is not going to give. They rejected Yahushua because of his words, man. See, they thought the Lord was going to come, you know, floating in a cave somewhere. He glowing and shit, man. You know, not knowing the Lord came straight out the scriptures, which that was him, you know. And they was cut to the heart. They didn't like the sins of the Lord. They wanted to hear the feel good scriptures, man. You know? But the Lord, He give you the raw truth, man. The bitter herbs, which that's the best thing for you. Some niggas, they in the spirit, they want to eat Cheetos and drink Fagos all day, man. But guess what? It's going to get to a certain point of time where it's going to catch up with you. Just like you read about Daniel and I forgot the other man, but they ate the king's meat, and then Daniel, he ate the greenery, man. And who turned out more Pharaoh? Daniel, man. You know? So that's what it is. We because it is sweet, but after a while it gets bitter. And it's good for the spirit, man. You know, but Jake don't want to hear this word. They just want to be here in America. And when we tell them that this place is going to go down, man, they don't want to hear that. You know, they don't want to hear that. That's why it's a lot of times, Jacob, when you out at camp, you know, they'll walk on the other side of the street, man, because they know that this thing comes with restrictions, man. It comes with restrictions, man. You know what I mean? So this is Luke 12 and 51. It says, suppose ye that I condescend give peace on earth. See? I tell you nay, but rather division. Yeah, man. Because the Lord, He's very controversial, man. He's very controversial. Ain't just the scriptures itself. You got all of these different denominations and breakdowns, but there's only one. And the one that that's the true understanding, everybody hates. Why you think Great Millstone is the most hated Israelite camp, man? Because that's where the Lord resides at, man. In the spirit party, how about Shema was shot, man? Great Millstone is the most hated camp. Why? Because that's the one true understanding of the scripture. Great Millstone, the Lord had placed the spirit upon Great Millstone, 100% truth, man. You know, not 98, 99, 92 or 85, man. 100%, man. And that's why all the other camps hate Great Millstone. That's why they because they ain't offended in us. They really offended in Yahushua, man, because of the words that we speak, man. Matter of fact, let's get that in Matthew's 18th chapter, man. Because when we bring out this word, it's not like we get a fix. You know what I mean? No, man. It just we doing it for truth's sake, man. What else? It ain't like, okay, we out at camp. I just hope nobody could just say something about Deuteronomy 22nd chapter. No, man. What's the marriage of age like? We just put in the cut and just hope nobody talk about it. No, man. If it be brought up, you going to bring it out, man. You know? you got to bring it up, man. You're not trying to proclaim the whole gospel, man. You know, you got to bring this whole thing out. And when you do, you're going to be hated for it, man. You know what I mean? So, this is Matthew 18:7. Woe to the world because of offenses, for it must need be that offenses come, but woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, the word is going to offend. It said offenses must come. So people going to get offended, man. People going to get offended. Why? They let you know that they ain't right, man. They let you know they ain't right. Matter of fact, because there's not no easy way to tell somebody they're going to die. You just got to tell them they're going to die. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let's get that in Kings real quick. Let's get that in 1 Kings. Bear with me, I can. Because true prophets didn't water nothing down. That's why when Jeremiah, when he was in the temple with Hananiah, and he pretty much checked him in front of the whole people, man. He told them, yeah, may the Lord do so and bring peace. But the prophet before him, before he prophesied most against great kings and evil, war, and pestilence, man. You know? So he had to tell them what it is, man. Like, yeah, that's why the next verse, like, if a prophet do prophesy in peace, let us wait till the word come to pass, man. Because the words of the Lord is harsh, man. You know what I mean? But but the spirit got to be on to accept that them words, man. You know what I mean? So this is this is 1 Kings 22 and 7. And Jehoshaphat said, is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides that we might inquire of him? If the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord, but I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. So guess what? The prophet was hated. Why? Because he didn't speak no good things concerning him. You know? And that's what we do now. If you ain't right, we can tell you ain't right, and you're going to die if you don't get right, man. You know? And people, when they don't understand, they get mad. You know? When they don't understand, they get mad, man. Why? Because they are uncomfortable. You know what I mean? They pretty much, you took them out of their arena and you brought it to yours, man. That's why when your house child speaking these different parables and were going over their head, they was, matter of fact, let's get that in St. John 6th chapter. When they talking over their head, guess what, man? That's why after that, the Lord say, does this offend you? Which he know it did, man. But he did it on purpose because it wasn't meant for everybody to get it at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the Lord did it so not everybody gonna get it. So you gotta have the Spirit of the Lord on you to retain these words, man. That's where the division come in. That's the, okay, you don't get it, but you wicked, you gonna die. What else? The Lord, he pretty much made it easy for us to see, okay, he righteous or he wicked, man. You know, we can really, like, somebody come against the word, you can safely say that he's gonna die. You know what I mean? What else? The Lord said we're in the days of Noah. So we was on planet Earth for one reason, either to be delivered or to die. That's what we here today. You know what I mean? So this is St. John, chapter 6. And I'll start at 59. These things said he in the synagogue as he taught in Capernaum. And this is after he said, eating my flesh and drinking my blood, which they thought that was cannibalism, man. You know what I mean? It says, many therefore of his disciples, when they heard this, said, this is an hard saying, who can hear it? When Yahushua knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, doth this offend you? See? See, the Lord understood. See, Lord said, Yahushua, knowing all things, He know these certain sayings people were going to get stumbled at, man. They were going to stumble at. Yahushua is a stumbling block, man. Matter of fact, you know how these precepts, man. I'm going to go back to John, though. This Isaiah chapter 8. Because the Lord, He's a stumbling block. It's not, you got, the Spirit of the Lord got to be on you to be able to hear these words and retain them, and not to vomit it up or reject it, man. You know, at all, man. You know what I mean? So this Isaiah 8 and 14, it says, and He shall be for a sanctuary, see, but for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense. See? So guess what? He's a sanctuary. The Lord is a safe house, but also He's a stumbling block. Lord is a trap, man. You know what I mean? You get trapped into these different words, not knowing that you finna fall into a pit, man. It says, to both houses of Israel for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be snared and be taken. See, man? And that's what happened, man. Oh, here go the baddest part. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. Meaning what? It's going to only be a few that's going to get the word, man. But the rest of the people going to fall, they're going to stumble, they're going to be taken and snared, man. By the Lord, man. You know, the Lord told us that it was a greater than Solomon is here, man. Yahushua, man. You know, and guess what? They stumbled out, man. You know, so let's go back to St. John 6 and 61. It says, when Yahushua knew in Himself that His disciples murmured at it, He said unto them, doth this offend you? It said, what? And if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where He was before, it is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So He pretty much told you what the parable means in a subtle way. You know, but it says, but there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who should betray Him. And it says, and He said, therefore I said unto you that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. For that time many of His disciples went back and walked no more with Him. So they was offended in the Lord, man. You know, they pretty much was offended in the Lord, but that was all of the plans of Yahushua anyway. His words get away niggas, man. It's like raid to niggas. When you bring out the word in its purity, that's how you get a nigga. You know what I mean? Because they can ride with you for a certain period of time, then the subject come up. And guess what? They just fall apart. They just fall apart. You know what I mean? Dealing with the marriageable age, guess what? A lot of guys is offended in that. You know, they got that feeling in their chest when they get their feelings hurt. And they like, damn, man, what the, you know what I mean? But that's the stumbling block the Lord has set before them, man. That's the raid for the niggas, man. You want to get rid of the nigga? Bring out the scriptures in its pure form, man. You know, the way I read Titus, the ones that are unbelieving is nothing pure to the one that's unbelieving because they conscience is defiled. They ain't right. They ain't right. So when you bring the scriptures out, that's how you know who's right and wrong, man. That's the division, man. You know what I mean? But the Lord, He told you the parable in a sort of way, and they still was offended, man. You know what I mean? Let's see if I got something else. I think that's probably it, though. Let me see. Matter of fact, I got one more I give them on Psalm 69. It's the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 69. and 22. It says, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Yeah, because not knowing, oh, Yahweh said, the words I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. See, this word that we eat, this bread of life, see, this how we're going to live forever, man. That's why Lord said, your fathers ate bread, ate manna in the wilderness, they are dead. But this manna that we eat now from heaven, man, this hidden manna, man, this is what going this how we're gonna live, man. This how we're gonna live forever, man. You know what I mean? But when we bring it out, Jake been in Maryland too long. They drunk all this Babylon juice with this westernized mind. And mostly they weren't predestined from the beginning. It's a trap and a snare to them. And the Lord had said it before them because He's just, man. The Lord could have just got rid of Jake, you know what I mean? And that would have been a wrap. But He's so just and righteous that He said, okay, I'm gonna throw him out there. So when they do come, when that discretion and that hell come upon Jake, they ain't gonna have no cloak for their sins, man. You know what I mean? That's how bad the Lord is, man. That's why this word is precious, man. You know what I mean? It says, let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. See? So guess what? That was that curse that's upon Jake. And it was another curse, what it is? Deuteronomy 28 chapter. It says they shall grope at noonday. And we at noonday right now because this knowledge is at its height. It's on the internet. You can get this knowledge, man, and it's out there. But guess what? They still groping, man. They still reaching and searching, but guess what? It's not meant for them to get it, man. Because the Lord, He's dividing the sheep from the goat. At the end of the day, He's dividing the sheep from the goat. This is the last go around for the prophets, and whoever, you know what I mean, ain't gonna listen, they just gotta be done away with. Whoever listen, they're gonna see the prophet's reward. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and end it off on that, Matthew 10. Because it said, whosoever, it ain't say all Jake gonna get it. Because the Lord He knew that it's gonna be a small number that's gonna cling on to this word. You know what I mean? So this is Matthew 10 and 41. Let me start at 40. Matthew 10 and 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. And see? So you see how the order goes, how the order is, man. You see the prophets that come in the name, how about Shema Shai, and when we talk about that name, they talk about the banner. You know, pretty much what the Lord stands for, pretty much. You come in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, you come in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai and what He stands for, man. You know, not you just saying the Lord's name. That's why I said they that say Lord, Lord. Not all of them gonna enter into the kingdom. Because they can say Yahweh Shema Shai, but if they say Edomites can make it, they not coming in the name of the Lord. Or they say that they try to say the marriageable age is 17, 18, not knowing the Eastern customs. That's our ancient customs. That's our customs, man. You know, when she passed, when the woman plays a fire 12, 13, you know what I mean? And then, because you read Ezekiel 16, the Lord compared us to that young woman. It was a point. He said, all right, I see you getting filled up now. Now is a time for love, man. You know what I mean? So you niggas, man, y'all are offending the Lord. But the purity of the scriptures is like the raid, man. And you can't take it, man. You know what I mean? You know? So it says, he that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man reward. And yeah, we come in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, that's that righteous man, man. You know, we coming in the true name of Yahweh Shema Shai, the true nature of the Lord, man. And ain't no watering down over here in Great Millstone, man. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's just like, boom, yes or no, believe it or not. You know what I mean? That's how it is, man. You know? So yeah, man, I just hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone. Like say Shalom to the elected teach word on Truth and Saturday. BTA, Bible Bob. And for you effeminate guys, catch the coronavirus, man.